Hey there, everyone! Welcome to our channel where we bring you the Word of God in a language you can understand. Today, we're going to read Genesis chapter 10, the Table of Nations. Now these are the generations of the sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And unto them were sons born after the flood. The sons of Japheth, Gomer, and Magog, and Madai, and Javan, and Tubal, and Meshech, and Tiras, and the sons of Gomer, Ashkenaz, and Ripiath, and Tagar, and the sons of Javan, Elisha, and Tarshish, Kittim, and Dodani. By these were the isles of the Gentiles, divided in their lands, every one after his tongue, after their families, in their nations. And the sons of Ham, Cush, and Mizraim, and the sons of Cush, Seba, and Havilah, and Sabta, and Rama, and Sabteka, and the sons of Rama, Sheba, and Dedan. And Cush begat Nimrod. He began to be a mighty one in the earth. He was a mighty hunter before the Lord. Wherefore it is said, even as Nimrod, the mighty hunter, before the Lord. And the beginning of his kingdom was Babel, and Erech, and Akkad, and Calneh, in the land of Shinar. Out of that land went forth Ashur, and builded Nineveh, and the city, Rehoboth, and Calah, and Rezum, between Nineveh and Calah, the same as a great city. And Mizraim begat Ludem, and Anamam, and Lehabim, and Naphtuhim, and Pathruzim, and Casluhim, out of whom came Philistim, and Caph. And Canaan begat Sidon, his firstborn, and Het, and the Jebusite, and the Amorite, and the Girgasite, and the Hivite, and the Archite, and the Sinite, and the Arvadite, and the and the Hamathite. And afterward were the families of the Canaanites spread abroad. And the border of the Canaanites was from Sidon, as thou comest, to Gerar, unto Gaza, as thou goest unto Sodom, and Gomorrah, and Admah, and Zeboim, even unto These are the sons of Ham, after their families, after their tongues, in their countries, and in their nations. Unto Shem also, the father of all the children of Eber, the brother of Japheth, the elder. Even to him were children born. The children of Shem, Elam, and Ashir, and Arphaxad, and Lud, and Aram. And the children of Aram, Uz, and Hol, and Gether, and Mash, and Arphaxad begat Salah. And Salah begat Eba. And unto Eba were born 2 sons. The name of one was Peleg, for in his days was the earth divided. And his brother's name was And Jakah begat Almadad, and Jaliph, and Jaliph, and Jalah, and Jalah, and Jalah, and Jalah, and Jalah, and Dobal, and Dabamael, and Sheba, and Dopher, and Havilah, and Jabab. All these were the sons of Job, and their dwelling was from Mesha, as thou goest unto Siphar, a mount of the east. These are the sons of Shem, after their families, after their tongues, in their lands, after their nations. So we see here the descendants of Shem, Ham, and Japheth, after the flood. These genealogical lists may seem like they're just dry names, but actually, they're full of important information. They show how God as people were able to spread out and fill the earth as He commanded them to do. They also show how the nations of the world were divided and came to be. And we see here the descendants of Ham, the father of Canaan, who is the father of the Canaanites. And we also see the descendants of Shem, who is the ancestor of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And we also see the descendants of Japheth. And the text tells us that these 3 brothers, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, they settled in their own lands after the flood. Shem settled in what is today the Middle East and North Africa. Ham settled in Africa and Asia. And Japheth settled in Europe and the Mediterranean area. So let's take some time to look at each of these families in more detail. Let's begin with the family of Ham. We already know that Ham had 4 sons, Cush, Mizraim, and we're going to focus on the son Cush. So Cush had 5 sons. The first one was Seba. And Seba is mentioned in the Bible several times. In fact, In Isaiah 45:14, the prophet Isaiah mentioned Seba. It says, "O Ethiopia, my chosen people, offspring of Cush, I have heard your prayers. I will also have mercy on you and your children." So God had a special love for the nation that descended from Seba. Then Cush's second son was and Havilah is mentioned in Ezekiel 27:23. And it says, "With fine linen and purple and silk was I your covering over all your precious furniture, and the horns of your altars were made of gold." So it seems that Havilah were traders and merchants. Then Cush's third son was Sabta. Sabta is not mentioned in the Bible, but he is in the Quran. In the Quran, it says that Sheba, or Sabta, he was one of the prophets. Then the fourth son of Cush was Rama, and he had two sons, Sheba and Ded. And Ded is believed to be the ancestor of the tribe of Ded in Arabia. And then the fifth son of Cush was and Sabteka is not mentioned in the Bible, but he is in the Quran. And the Quran says that Sabteka, he was also one of the prophets. Then we have Canaan, the youngest son of Ham. And Canaan had 15 sons. And the most important of these sons is the first one, Sidon. Sidon became the ancestor of the Phoenicians. And the Phoenicians were famous for many things. They were known for their beautiful art, their wonderful music, and also for their alphabet. In fact, the English letters A, B, C, D, E, F, G, they came directly from the Phoenician alphabet. So we owe the Phoenicians a lot. They were also sailors and seafarers, and they traveled all over the Mediterranean. They traded with people in Spain, France, Italy, and Greece. They also had colonies all over the Mediterranean, from Spain to North Africa to the Eastern Mediterranean. The Phoenicians were very busy and very successful. Now, in future videos, we're going to look more closely at the other sons of Ham, Mishraim and Put, and also we'll look at the sons of Shem and Japheth. But now, until next time, keep learning and keep growing in the knowledge of Jesus Christ.